What's up, beautiful people? I'm Chef Nicholas Owens, and today we're making crab cakes. All these recipes, you'll find that and more at myblackdiabetesmealplan.com. Stay tuned. Alright, people, first and foremost, what I have in the bowl right now is the tempeh you want to use. So I have about 2 ounces of tempeh. I just broke half of it up, just chopped it in small, tiny pieces just to give it some texture. And I also put other half in the food processor. Next, I'm going to add our chickpeas that I also processed. I took 1 can of chickpeas, just broke it down in the processor to get some smaller pieces. You just want to add that in there. Chickpeas are a great source of protein, especially when you're diabetic. You just want to get enough in there to make enough nice sized crab cakes for you. Alright. Also got some sweet orange bell pepper I'm going to add, just about half of that. We also got some chopped scallions, just about half of that. Each one of these containers or bowls are just about 3 ounces here. It's about half of that. And to get our fishy flavor for these vegan crab cakes, we're going to add what this is. It's nori, so basically it's seaweed. The same seaweed that you would use for making sushi, that's all that is. So we're just going to add a little bit enough of that in there. And that's going to give you kind of that fishiness in there. And as you see right now, our mix is pretty dry. So we're going to start adding a little bit of the wet. So what I have here is some of your liquid aminos. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of that. And that should be just enough salt for you. Shouldn't have to add any more. And also I'm going to add a little bit of chopped garlic. Alright, so just about, probably about a teaspoon of chopped garlic in there. You don't want to use too much. Now I also have here, I have black pepper with a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, just to add a little kick to it. For crab cakes, you usually want to have the traditional Old Bay seasoning. It's a traditional seafood seasoning that we put in all seafood, from crab legs to fish, baked fish, oysters, what have you. And it's traditional to Maryland. So just add a little bit of that to there. Not too much, because Old Bay does have salt in it, so we want to keep that salt content low, especially since we add the liquid aminos. We just have a good amount of salt in it as well. We got our veganese here. Just want to add about a good spoonful of that first, and then we're going to mix it up, all right? Now it's looking delicious. Alright. Now before you put all this together, you also want to make sure that you got your oven preheated to about 425 degrees. Just so you can get these cooked in no time. Alright. Look how that's looking right there. That's perfect. Alright. Now we do have a little bit of breadcrumbs. What I did was I took just your normal wheat bun, toasted it a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit to the mix, just to add as a binder and to give the crab cakes a little bit more body. I think that's enough. And we're just going to keep mixing until they're fully combined. Alright. I'm going to add a little bit more of the veganese, just because I don't want the vegan crab cakes to dry out in the oven. And these should only take you about you know, a total 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes on 400 degrees. What you want to do is about halfway, so about 10 to 12 minutes in, you want to go ahead and flip these, just so you get that nice crispiness on each side. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to just take these, form them into a patty, and put them in the oven. Alright, so I got my sheet pan here. All I did was line it with a little bit of parchment paper so the crab cakes do not stick. So I'm going to take about a spoonful of it, just get it in my hand, and just form it. Just about that, probably about a little bit bigger than a golf ball. And make sure they're spaced out evenly so they get nice and crispy on each side. Alright, so I'm only making 4 right now, just to show you guys how it's going to end up looking. A can of chickpeas should be able to, and then 2 ounces of that tempeh should be able to produce you about 8 crab cakes in total. Alright, there you have it. And those look delicious already. I know they're going to be good. So I'm just going to press them down a little bit. It's a lot easier to form it in a ball and then press it down, instead of making a patty in your hand, because your hands will get messy. Alright, now all we're going to do is pop these in the oven. Alright people, so for crab cake number 2, all I did was take about a 12-ounce can of your jumbo lump crab meat. I flaked it out a little bit. I just put it in that same bowl we made the vegan crab cakes in. No point of wasting dishes here. So all I did was flake it out a little bit, just to so the clumps weren't so big. I'm going to add the rest of those green onions. All right. The rest of that sweet pepper. I'm also going to add 1 egg. Just crack that bad boy in there. Okay. I'm going to add some more of that vegan mayonnaise. Might as well keep on using it. It's a lot healthier than your traditional mayonnaise there. Doesn't have all the salt, all the oil, fat that the traditional mayonnaise has in it. So I'm just going to add just enough in there to combine it. Add some more of those breadcrumbs in there. And then I'm just going to mix it until I like the consistency. So you want to make sure you get that egg beat in there. And just combine all the ingredients. If you still have some big lumps of the crab in there, you know, you can go ahead with your spoon and just, you know, mash it up a little bit. Get your frustration out if you need to. Alright. So since we combined that egg in there, it is a tad loose. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit more of the breadcrumbs here. Not too much. This is about a 3-ounce cup, like I said before. I just used a whole bun, so basically a half a bun for each set of crab cakes. And I'm still not going to use all of it. And I like to toast the bread first, because the toasted bread dries up some of that moisture that's in it. No one wants a wet crab cake. We're trying to have all meat, no filler. All right. All right, yeah, that's getting good right there. Just the smell of it right now smells delicious. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the rest of that Old Bay and pepper that we used earlier. It's probably about a tablespoon for both dishes. Oh yeah, this is looking nice. Maybe add a little bit more breadcrumbs. Make sure you use your discretion, you know. Whatever you think is best for you, you know. It's all about changing lifestyle, eating habits, getting healthier, you know. And this is a great dish if you want to serve this for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Or just have one for a, you know, mid-afternoon snack with some fruit or a side salad. It's perfect. All right. So in this one, I'm actually going to go ahead and use my cast iron skillet. My cast iron skillet has already been seasoned. What I'm going to do is just, again, with my hands, take a handful. Again, do about a little bigger than a golf ball size. I just want to place that in my cast iron pan. Now you're going to cook these on the same temperature that you're doing the vegan crab cakes on. The only difference in these, you're going to smell when it's done. And that's one of the things you want to pay attention with cooking in general. You can always smell when something's getting there. You know, don't burn the house down, of course. But just make sure you pay attention. What I like to do, I like to set a timer. I have a timer on my microwave. All I do is set it for, you know, whatever time I'm cooking the meal at. And then go sit down. Now for these crab cakes, you won't have to flip these. The oven will do the job. So don't worry about flipping these halfway in between. All right. So I got 5 crab cakes out of this. Good size. You know, you go to a restaurant, 5 crab cakes, you're probably paying about $50. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and put these in the oven. When I come back, we'll go ahead and make the avocado mayo as a dipping sauce or a spread for these crab cakes. I like to make that avocado spread. I like the avocado spread because with the vegan crab cakes, even the traditional crab cakes, it just adds like almost like a decadent factor to it. And avocado is great. It has that healthy fat that we want to have. So I just have a half avocado. Just gonna take it out, place it in the bowl, scrape all that goodness out there. All right. Get that in there. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna take a fork. I'm gonna smash it. So you don't want to get, you want a little past your traditional guacamole stage of the avocado. Almost like a spread. Just take it up the sides of the bowl, smash it. So you get that sort of consistency there. All right. I'm gonna take a tablespoon of the veganese again. Add it in there. Then I'm also gonna add some hot sauce. Just a couple dashes. And just combine it. Alright, now for a little taste. Yes, absolutely delicious. That's going to be fantastic with the crab cakes. Can't wait. When we come back, we'll have the crab cakes, we'll have it plated. It'll be all good to go. There we go, people. That's traditional crab cake right there. And right there is that vegan crab cake. I already took a bite out of it. Look at the inside, alright? That traditional one, let's take a bite. Look at all that jumbo lump meat crab. Absolutely delicious. Man, both of them. I'm taking everybody this one. Delicious with that avocado. Nice balance, not a lot of salt. This is what you want right here. Alright people, I would like to thank all of you for tuning in as we enjoy those beautiful, beautiful Maryland style crab cakes. Make sure you stay healthy, stay safe. Again, I'm Chef Nicholas. Again, you'll find these recipes and more at myblackdiabetesmealplan.com. Peace.